Hello, Packers fans. It's time for another edition of the Pack Attack Cast, brought to you from fans for fans. And excited to give you some more Madden gameplay today. I did want to say there isn't a lot of news and notes today because yesterday was all about the press conferences for Matt LaFleur, Brian Gutekunst, and of course Micah Parsons for the Micah Parsons trade. And while it was great to see Micah Parsons, he comes off as a very strong dude. He sounds like a good teammate. He sounds like a good leader. I think it's going to be a bit of a culture shock for him to go from living in Dallas to living in Green Bay. Totally different vibe. Um, it's definitely a town where you go to work, right? So I've heard multiple Packers say it, including Josh Jacobs, like they like the fact that it's a low key, non distraction environment because it lets them focus on being the best player they could be, and the logic is they can always travel in the off season or what have you. So I think Micah Parsons will gave every indication that he's ready to rock, that he's going to be a great leader. Brian Gutekunst came out and said he's going to help in some ways against the Lions. Micah Parsons said physically he thinks he's ready to go, and he emphasized that with this deal, Packers fans didn't expect him to sit on the bench. So I think those are all good messages, and I think Micah Parsons will probably get in for 25 to 40% of snaps for the games against the Lions. And I think that's for the large part, that's really all you need. If he can get in on key third downs, some on second downs, um, I think that's really all you need from Micah Parsons the first week. So, very excited about being in Green Bay. I was already excited because it was the first home opener in 7 years. We were playing the Detroit Lions week one, and now it's Micah Parsons' first game. I mean, I'm going to be so excited. A week from tomorrow, when I'm sitting there in the stands, can't believe it's only a week away now. I'm going to be very excited to be there. Um, he also said he was going to take number one as his number, but that's Curly Lambeau's number, so it's not retired, but it is kind of retired. So until the team actually tells us what his number is going to be, and I haven't seen that, other than Micah Parsons saying number one, which, I mean, you would have to get the blessing from everybody in the Packers management, and then you would probably have to go to um, the oldest relatives of Curly Lambeau and kind of get their approval as well. Just for, the nature of the beast. So I think he's probably going to end up as zero. I'm going to check later today because I'm dying to buy a jersey, just like everybody else, of course. And I'm actually worried that when I go to Green Bay next week, they might just not have any available. They might be off the shelf by then. They might have a hard time keeping Parsons in the pro shop for any foreseeable time. It might be like a Bebo situation, if you know who Bebo is, where you just can't get them. So it's probably easier just to order them from NFLProShop.com once we know what number it is. I'm going to go check later today, see maybe there's been an official determination on what his number is going to be. I know Parsons said one, and that kind of shocked me because I'm like, that can't be right. So we'll see what happens. So overall, there was nothing surprising other than we heard a good report from Parsons about his health, and that Goody said he's going to help us in some ways against the Lions. The rest of it was great feel-good stuff, which we've already taken apart to depth over the next couple days. So I'm not going to worry about that today. But I wanted to give you my initial thoughts that Parsons seems like a great dude. He helped his mother retire once he got the contract. He said he was praying a lot over the decision. He talked to his family before he made a decision. These are all things that responsible men do. And he also said, nobody is going to compete harder than me to win a championship, this is all great news if you're Packer fans. But we didn't really hear anything groundbreaking that I need to spend time on right now. And the Packers are off today. They're off on Sunday, although Micah Parsons says he was going to come in and meet with Jeff Hafley. And practice really starts on Monday for game week. So they don't get a 3-day weekend. They get a regular 2-day weekend. And they'll be back to practice on Monday. So Monday will be hopefully where we get some real news about Micah Parsons' availability for Sunday and how often they're going to use him. So it's going to be really exciting to see how they use Micah Parsons in that game, number one. And number two, can the Packers hold up against the run in the interior? That's the one negative of this trade, of course, for this year is that we gave up Kenny Clark, which is a great interior run. He was a great interior run defender. I'm not saying I wouldn't do this deal, but the Packers need to spend the next 8 days, or actually they're going to have 7 days since they practice on Monday, to figure out their top 4 rotational guys in the interior of that line that can stop the run. Now, I do think that you're going to have sometimes Micah Parsons rushing from the interior of the line against the Lions. Why? Because you want to put Micah Parsons against the weakest link for the Lions. Because Micah Parsons can play anywhere on the field. So there's no question that the weak link for the Lions is the interior of their offensive line. So I would have him really on rushing downs. I would have Micah Parsons or LVN rushing from the interior. And you have your other pass rushers between the three of them, wherever you want to sprinkle them, it doesn't matter, on the outsides. So you're going to have a pass rusher against the interior of the Colts offensive line, and you're going to have 2 great pass rushers on the outside of the line, putting corner pressure on the pocket on third downs. So we don't really have that much to talk about Packer-wise, and I just thought it would be fun to play some Madden, so we're going to play some Madden here. So we're going to switch over to Madden. So that was my summary on the press conferences. There wasn't anything revolutionary there, except, again, the fact that Micah Parsons seems like he's a good dude, and the fact that he's going to be playing on to some amount. Hold on, let me just get set up here for Madden. He's going to be playing on some amount on in the game on Sunday. And we knew he was going to play unless he really had a physical limitation, which from what I understand is not the case. So now what we're going to do is we're going to play week 1, Detroit versus Green Bay. I played a couple days ago, but it was really just to show you the impact of Micah Parsons. But we're going to play a full game, Lions versus Green Bay here. I'm probably going to play a number of games over the next couple days because it is a holiday weekend. So if you like Madden gameplay, you want to see what Mark Parsons can do for the Packers defense, then let's check this out. And we're playing with full 10-minute quarters. I could play 15-minute quarters, but 10 minutes is usually sufficient for Madden because gameplay is sped up. It's really the equivalent of playing 15-minute quarters. All right, so we're starting on offense here. So we'll get to the Micah Parsons of the matter slowly. But one thing the Packers are really going to have to do, and I hit it on my video the other day, is Micah Parsons' participation for the game against the Lions is an unknown. But what isn't an unknown, or shouldn't be at this point, is the Packers' offense. So what you really want to see is we want to see the Packers' offense be the strength of the game. Everybody's going to be focused on Micah Parsons a week from Sunday, and they should be. But it's really going to be the Packers' offense that can really make the difference here. Because great catch there by Romeo Doubs. That could have been a pick. So that's not what we want to see next Sunday. So next Sunday, we want to see ball control. We want to see the Packers have ball control, avoid turnovers, and really have long sustained drives that are going to help out the defense, because the defense has been thrown a major curveball. Right, the defense has a major curveball just a week into the season, and the defense is going to be an unknown. Can they hold up against the run with all the changes? Can they consistently get the Lions off the field? No, because the thing is, Micah Parsons is great, right? Micah Parsons is going to be a great impact player, but if they can't get the Lions into 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 consistently, it's not going to matter, because Dan Campbell will just run the ball up and down the field and just get 3 yards a carry if he can consistently do that next Sunday. I know Dan Campbell's personality, and that's one way that you can kind of offset what Micah Parsons gives to the Packers, is if you could just keep the Packers in situations where it's 3rd and short, right? Then you're going to have situations where it's not going to say that Micah Parsons isn't going to be impactful, but if it's 3rd and short, it gives you much more options as far as how you're going to get a first down versus 3rd and long, and now you have to run the ball. I mean, you have to pass the ball, and that's where Micah Parsons becomes dangerous. So it's going to be interesting to see what the Packers can do in that situation. Oh, interception in the end zone. Not good. Yeah, that was a bad play call on my part. All right, so back Lions get the ball at their 20. Now, one of the things the Packers can really do on early downs, and I talked about this the other day, is they're going to have to give the defensive tackles some support from their linebackers. So the linebackers are really going to have to focus Good play action there. The linebackers are really going to have to focus on the stopping the interior run, because that's now the weakness. The weakness of the Packers defense is now going to be the interior run defense. So any team in the NFL, including the Lions, is going to say, Packers, you're going to have to prove to us that without Kenny Clark, you're going to be able to stop the run. They're just carving me up with the pass here, but that's okay. We'll address that. So, come on, Micah Parsons. We need to get some pressure on the QB. Run. So, all of the Packers really need to focus on stopping the run as a group, okay? The linebackers are going to have to come up and help on run support more than they did in the past, which is fine because Cooper doesn't have to rush the passer as much anymore. Same with Quay Walker. They can really focus on stopping the run and the short pass, as you can see here. We want to have a mob mentality. We also, one of the benefits we have with the signing of Nate Hobbs is he's a very physical run stopper. Now, that does increase his chances of having an injury, right? But we need the safeties, the corners. Well, we're going to go on 4th and 3 here. Okay, so let's get a pass rush going. This is a Micah Parsons down. 4th and 3. Can he get pass rush? There we go. We got some pass rush in there. And we got a interception as a result. So you could see on that play, Micah Parsons beat his man and was going to Goff. So did that get Goff? Oh, man, we're on the 1 yard line. Don't love this. Get out of the end zone. And a couple yards helps here. We need to get out of our own end zone here, however we can. There you go. We got a first down. So we got some distance. So as I was saying earlier, the offense for the game against the Lions has got to be the strength of the Packers team. Everybody's going to say Micah Parsons, Micah Parsons, Micah Parsons, but it's going to be a consistent moving the chains offense that is the key to beating the Lions next Sunday. I believe that 100%, because it's the one known going into this game that the Packers have. They know that their offense should be hitting on all cylinders. They know that the Detroit Lions still have some defenders out due to injury, so they should be dictating running the ball consistently and having long, sustained drives to keep the Lions off the field as much as possible. That is going to be the best thing that the Packers can do to help their defense against the Lions. Because it's going to be an unknown. The Lions are 100% going to try to run the ball up the middle of the Packers defense until the Packers show that they can make them pay for that. So whether that's adding defenders in the box, whether it's a team approach to get as many defenders in the box after the snap. There's multiple ways that the Packers could do this. Ready. Throwing his love on Nice catch. Needed that one. So we want to see long, sustained drives. We want to put the pressure on the Lions to get away from running the ball as much as possible, whether that's playing with a lead, whether that's limiting the Lions' options on offense, their possessions. We want to make sure that the Lions feel that they can't just run the ball and win the game. Because Dan Campbell, until you show him he can't win by running the ball, I guarantee you he's going to focus on running the ball week one. It makes sense against a unknown in the Packers' run defense with Kenny Clark not there. And also, it plays to the strength of his team, and it plays to his mentality. But most importantly, it mitigates the impact of Micah Parsons if they're just able to run the ball and get a lot of first downs. So we need the Packers to show that they can control the clock and have long, sustained drives. So this is my second long drive here. And I'm trying to mitigate how many times the Lions get the ball. Because this is going to be a very tight game against the Lions. I would love to see some sort of crazy blowout. I don't think that's going to happen. So screwed that up. I held the ball too long.
Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, that goes
pop
a long
something
way to your efforts.
Here. Oh, Elton Jenkins is down. That's not what I want to see. All right, 4th and 4. 4th and 4. We are gonna go on 4th and 4 here.
So it looks like they're gonna line up and go for this 4th and 4.
And this is something the Packers are also gonna have to get into the comfort zone. Oh, come on, that was a completion. Oh, that's bull. He made a football move there, but all right, fine. All right, we're back on defense. Got to get a stop here because we got to get some points in this first half. All right, Elton Jenkins just has a bruised knee. He should be fine, and by the time we're back out on offense.
Shotgun snap here to go. Throwing the out route complete. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
2nd and 6.
On a great shoot for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, I'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gain.
Now, the thing about Micah Parsons, especially this first week against, all right, there's the pass rush, including Micah Parsons. Nice. Parsons with the sack there. That's what we want to see. It's going to be Micah Parsons makes 2 or 3 plays a game, whether it's forcing a turnover, getting a sack, getting pressure, causing a, oh, there we go. There's another. Rashawn Gary getting a sack. Why? Because Micah Parsons was double teamed on that play. So what you want to see from Micah Parsons is 2 or 3 plays a game where he changes the script in the game. He takes a possession away from the offense. He forces an interception. He forces a fumble. These are where Micah Parsons' strengths really are. It's not play in and play out, although he can do that. It's more about when the game is on the line. And that's why they traded for Micah Parsons at the end of the day. Because the Packers needed
That is simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing
the
less.
Packers needed a ability to have a game changer. That when it's 3rd and 8 and the Lions need to get a first down to stay in the game, that you have a player that's going to say, not on my watch,
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make third down easier to handle instead?
and he makes it happen.
Opposite here, Kate. Now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Yellow, 43. Ready?
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long.
Interception
Last 2
here.
plays both should have been intercepted, but neither could be brought in. However,
We're going for it on 4th down here.
4th down. Offense staying out there. Looks like they're going for it.
Back, set.
4th down. Here's Love.
Oh no.
Can't get away. They get the sack and force
Hutchinson
him to
with the
turn
sack.
it over.
All right, that's fine.
They'll head out
Defense
first
has been
and 10
holding
from
up
the
well.
42.
So 3 minutes left.
Straight ahead with Gibbs. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
That's the type of swarming effort we need to see from the Packers next Sunday. It's going to have to be every man rallies to the ball against the run every time.
And they get to him a good ways downfield from that line of scrimmage.
Try to hold him to a field goal here, since I really screwed up there with that sack on 4th down. Put our defense in a pickle here. Oh yeah.
Big gain followed by a little bit of a loss here. Defense
Wyatt with the tackle in the backfield. That's what we need to see. We need to see the interior of the defensive line making plays. Now they're not household names in there, but I think the Packers defensive tackles can give you 75% of what Kenny Clark was, and then you add a player like Micah Parsons. That's a big deal.
first down. They got very close. Picked up 14.
3rd inches. We're going to go for a
Running for the marker. It's Gibbs. And this one had no
Nice.
chance. Hit well behind that line. That brings up 4th down.
All right, so they're going for a field goal now.
You hate to see that run go backwards. I just take myself back to a huddle, and you know you're imploring your guys, listen, just give us a little bit of a push, and we will move the stick. Instead, the defense is energized with that stop.
All right.
Its kick is up and good. And that's going to get them on the scoreboard.
All right, so the defense is holding its own here.
Put some points
It's
on
the
board.
offense,
That was
or
a charm.
really my poor Madden play, that
Usually
is
win you a lot of games.
keeping the Packers out of this game.
Here's a return
Or from
the 7.
leading this game. So
Decent run back
we've
is
got
gonna end as they
33
bring it
seconds to
inside
get some
the 30.
points on the board here. So
The
let's
Packers
do.
offense ended out late in the half.
Let's
And
make
normally
that
they'd
happen.
lead this out, Brock, but facing such a small deficit,
Got to make some
good chance
big
they try to
plays.
get a field
We've
goal
got
here before
3
the break.
downs,
Ready.
3 timeouts.
Love now on 1st and 10. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks like a little short of the
Kraft
35.
just got out of bounds there.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Second down at the 33-yard line.
Let's go now. Set.
To the air with Love. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw.
Tried to
and
get it
breaks
to
it up.
Dobbs there, no luck.
Safe to say there's been an early
Just
disconnect
trying to
between the
break a
planning
play on
phase
the
and
outside
execution phase for
and
this
really get
offense.
us into a
It's on
position to
tape.
maybe
Let's
get
back
some
to
points
basics,
here.
to the calls that you just trust the most.
They're doing a really good job on defense. What can I say?
Really staying skate because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points.
Try
because
to
now you're giving
maybe
your
pop a
opponent
quick
chance
pass.
to pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
On 4th down and 5. The offense staying out there.
Ready. Set.
They are going for this. It's Love.
seconds.
Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. First and 10. Ball set
Just
up
trying
at
to
the
get
48.
one big play on the outside to maybe get a chunk play here
Incomplete pass, and we're down
to get us in field goal range.
It arrived as the ball did to bring things up. And we'll see what they do here on second down.
Hut, hut.
Once more, it's Love.
There we go.
He's complete to Reed out left. And he's going to be taken down, but plenty of damage already done. Timeout called by the offense, and with another timeout available, they could actually get another 2 plays if they work quick.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
A new set of downs awaits them. Here's first and 10.
Let's go. Ready.
Love to throw again. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our
Time for
final
us to
snap.
go.
Jeez, with each incompletion, each turnover, each sack, you can almost just
Or a field goal.
this offense's frustration.
Me and field goals do not do well.
Stay positive. Just keep chopping away.
Not even close.
Oh, and that's not going to do it. He hooked it. The kick no good. Wide left. So a field goal game at the half. And I guess we'll follow
right,
up with
field
the
goal
rest of the
game at the
NFL
half.
after this one ends. We're moving right along
If
to
against the
start of
Lions
second
it
half.
was a field goal game, I'd be pretty happy.
We'll see what the first
Obviously, we want to see more scoring production here because what we want to do is we want to keep the Lions away from just running the
And we'll
ball.
have to wait at
So
least a few moments longer for an exciting start.
defense has got its work cut out for us the second half. I think
Here comes the
we'll turn
offense
things
for
around
Detroit
here.
to begin the second half. And they were able to contribute 3 points to the lead.
Need to
their
get a
last
quick
time out.
stop
So
here.
they
So
had a
this
chance
is
to
the
build
type
up
of
and get a
situation
chance.
where you want to see Micah Parsons make a Micah Parsons play. Right, good hold up on run. On first down, now second and third down become passing downs,
It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space.
and that's where Micah Parsons can have an impact. Right, short pass there. Okay, 3rd and 5. Third and 5 is really a 50-50 down, whether you run or pass in the NFL, depending on what you see from the defense here. Good pass rush. All right, 4th and inches. Dan Campbell 100% is going to go on 4th and inches.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works. They come up just an inch or 2 short for the
Really
first down.
surprised we didn't see a quarterback sneak here.
And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
I was really expecting the quarterback sneak
Needed
there.
an inch, Kate, and it was a good thing because he had to fight for that. That defense put up a game effort, nearly made the play to get themselves off the field.
They send a tight end in motion. On first down, it's Gibbs. Still going past the 40.
That's not what we want to see on Sunday.
It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that'll be first
Not
down.
what we want to see on Sunday.
Again, it's Gibbs.
There we go. Good tackling. Good tackling.
And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
All right. They still got 4 yards, so that's a win for the offense there.
And now we know why.
on
One of
2nd
their
and
best
6.
Players was hurt on the play. He's
Now
getting
2nd
worked on.
becomes a rundown probably.
Back
Yeah.
to Gibbs now on 2nd.
Right. Good tackle there. 3rd and 5. Not the ideal situation for Micah because it's going to be probably a short pass here.
Off now on 3rd down. Looking right. And he
Back
finds
to
him.
4th and inches again.
And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out. Inside of field goal range, but the kicker ain't moving. They're going for this. Montgomery now up the middle.
There we go. We stopped the run.
Kick back to the line. Then
Start the run on
Makes
4th
sense
down.
for the turnover on downs.
All right. what we
You know,
want to
it's
see.
almost like the defense heard that call and they're helping themselves. They dialed up the perfect blitz.
We need to be
encircle
more
them
aggressive
that run.
on
And their reward is getting
offense
off the
here.
field.
Offense to the line. They're going to have trips
We need
right
some
to start
points.
out.
Come on, set. Hut.
Thrown on first down. Love. His quick throw knocked away. Incomplete.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets two. It could have gone the other way.
Ready, ready.
A second down throw here for Love. Connects on the crosser. It almost as he caught it. That's one to hold on to it. Gets him to the 37. It's a pickup of 11.
But we don't want to get it 100% away from the run.
Markers reset. Ball
We got to
at the
keep the
37.
Lions' offense or defense honest.
Running on first here with Jacobs. He's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be second down. After that play, we see some concern from their guys on the field. And now we know why. One of their best players was hurt on the play.
Josh
It's
Jacobs
getting
was
worked
hurt.
on.
Not what we want to
First
see
down
there.
run netted him nothing. Here is second and 10. Love from the gun. Hits him on the end route. And they're going to bring it down just on the other side of midfield. They gain
Substitute
14
Marshawn
on the
Lloyd.
play.
Now, Marshawn Lloyd should not be available, so just pretend that's Eric Wilson out there, okay?
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Handoff here to Lloyd. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
If there's ever a play we could call garden grind in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
Set, hut. Ready.
Love out of the shotgun. Is the in route complete?
Nice catch by Tucker Kraft there.
Down to the 28. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion, it made so much more out of it. By adding all the
Josh
extra
Jacobs is
yardage.
back. That's good to see.
Ready, ready.
'Cause we need to get some runs. We need to keep the Lions defense honest here.
Run on first down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule. You're gonna have to pick up the pace.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's second and 7.
Let's go. Set, hut.
Now Love on the play fake. Defender arrives right as the ball does.
Oh,
and they hit
really?
him
That
up
was an incompletion?
When we look back at this one, Bob, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark, really, from the first snap through this second half. There have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered. That's why that scoreboard's not been lit up.
We need
He'll be
fourth and
brought down
5.
at the 23-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days. When you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that.
We need Dobbs to
I
get
promise
open
you
here
some money
and get
will
us a
follow.
first down. Thank you, Dobbs. Desperately needed that for a touchdown. All right.
Take this one in for the Green Bay touchdown. The Packers grab the lead on their first series of the half. It's a Romeo Doubs touchdown.
Now I expect the game on next Sunday to be a shootout, very much like the last game between the Detroit and the Packers, where it came down to whoever got the field goal at the end, and I think that's where Micah Parsons could really make the difference. Because if you look back at the last game against Detroit, neither team was able to get a stop. Basically, it was whoever had the ball last, because the offenses were playing so efficiently. And that's where Micah Parsons really comes into play, because he can actually wreck the game. It's a nice interior pass rush against the weak interior offensive line. pass rush. There we go. There's Micah. Is that Micah? No, that was Rashawn Gary. Okay. All right. But he was there. So 3rd and 25. This is where Micah Parsons really goes to work here. We've got some consistent pass rush there. He kept them to 4th and 5, which even Dan Campbell in his own side of his field is going to punt on 4th and 5. So that was a win. We got to get some more points on the board so we can really put pressure on the Lions to focus on the running game or the passing game here, I should say. So we need to have a touchdown here. Keep the pressure on the Lions. It really hurts not having Josh Jacobs.
You know, for pitchers, you hear them say, gosh, you got to pitch this guy backwards. For defenses,
but we can take advantage of the fact that Marshawn Lloyd is a good receiver out of the backfield. Let's see if we can throw a wrinkle here. Oh, incomplete pass. That's not what we needed here. 3rd and 10.
First look at the game. Okay, that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Come on, set, ready.
Shotgun now for Love. Has his man.
Needed to throw that ball a lot faster.
He's going to set them up with a 1st down on a huge gain.
That's one of those plays, Kate, where every position on the offense gets a gold star. They all did their job. Enough protection to allow the quarterback time to find his receiver, who went all the way
Josh
to the right side.
Jacobs, if he was in, we could really focus on just getting
And some good space on that
3 or 4 yards of carry.
into enemy territory.
Good run.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly when he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run.
We need to
busting that
dictate
first down marker.
to the Lions here. 2nd and 2.
Here comes 2nd and 2.
We need to show them we can get 2 yards and a 1st down here. There we go. All right, in the 3rd quarter.
Final play of the 3rd quarter. We've reached the end of 3 in our Week 1 opener.
So
The Packers
Micah
win it.
Parsons has
They have
1
the lead
sack
late,
in this
but
game.
This game is close.
But he's been very impactful as far as getting pressure on Jared Goff. So Micah Parsons is a multiplier because he makes the rest of the defense better. He makes Rashawn Gary better. He makes the interior pass rush better.
In the league today, Kate, they've got so much on their list to do. A huge to-do list. They got to get to the passer, they got to set an edge, and they got to stop that run game, not just on the end of the line, but in that case, right in the middle of the field.
Here's 2nd and 11.
Come on, Lloyd. Come on, Lloyd. Show us your speed. There we go. There we go.
And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25.
Nice.
Finds him
All
16
right.
yards and a new set of downs.
Got to find ways. That was a way to manufacture running yardage, even though it was a pass. Okay. All right. I'll take it.
Set up with a 1st and goal here
1st
from
and
the
goal. All right, we've had 2 successful runs here, so they really should be keying on Marshawn Lloyd. So if we can,
Downfield, back who could show off his wheels.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's
we
1st
can
and
get
goal.
them to focus on Marshawn Lloyd here.
Play action. Love.
There we go. Wicks for the touchdown. Nice.
Touchdown.
All right, so now we're up
Now lead by 10.
14-3. So what do we know here?
Really wanted to get that one out. Quick drop. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
Is we know with 8 minutes in the game, down 14-3. The Lions are really going to have to focus on the run. So that lets our defense, the pass. So it's really going to let Micah Parsons and the rest of the offense, rest of the defense. I did not get enough coffee yet this morning. Focus on stopping the pass here. All right, you want to run the ball? I'll let you run the ball. At this point in the game, if the Lions want to get 4 yards down, they're going to run out of time. So go for it. Go for it. I think that, lots of pressure there on the quarterback. He was able to get the ball off on time. But still, in this situation, like anytime you force them to get 4 or 5 yards per down, that's a win. That's a win for our defense here. If we just force them to matriculate down the ball, down the field, as Lombardi would say, we got to matriculate down the field, right? We're getting some good chunks here. So we're going to throw in some blitzes here to try to take advantage of Micah Parsons putting pressure. There we go. There we go. Rashawn Gary with another sack. And that's where you might see the whole defense get so much better with Micah Parsons on the field. Rashawn Gary probably will have a career year. I'm going to call it right now that Rashawn Gary gets a career year in sacks this year. Now that's not saying much. That's only about 10 sacks because he's never been a big sack number guy. But if Rashawn Gary gets 10 or more sacks and Micah Parsons gets his customary 12 plus sacks, that's going to be a win in most states. And the run here, they're trying to keep us honest here. Doesn't really make a lot of sense in my opinion. Really should be going for the end zone here with only 4 minutes left in the game.
Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
Third and 2. First and goal, 4 minutes left. All right, this is where we want to see Micah Parsons make a play. Get a sack, get a turnover. The Lions are just running out of time here. Good pass rush there. Oh, Graham Glasgow is out. All right, so this is where we're going to get tricky. So what we're going to do, and this is kind of an example of what the Packers can do, right? So left edge, we're going to put Inigbare in instead of Parsons, okay? Then at defensive tackle, instead of Carl Brooks, we're going to put in Micah Parsons.
Player injured after that snap. Not what they wanted to
And
see.
just like that, we're going to have Micah Parsons now rushing from the interior.
On third and goal.
Should have had it. I don't know why it didn't happen. All right. Fourth and goal.
Complete to the end zone. Thought he had a touchdown there.
And they're going for a field goal.
With fourth and goal.
Okay, that's fine.
Jake Bates out for the Lions field goal try. This from 28 yards away. Tracking for it, and it's good! And it pulls him back within one score here in the fourth.
All right, there we go. 6-14. If it was 6-14 with 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter next Sunday, I would be ecstatic. But I do expect it to be a shootout. I would take the over in this game against the Lions, because I think the Packers offense is going to have to win the day here.
And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. All right, going empty as they come to the line. It's 1st and 10.
All right. I'm going to try to play the possession game with our passing game here.
It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
Try to keep
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate,
defense
watch
honest.
these guys throwing catches. I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A passing rate going that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Big first down there.
Set it down to boot.
It was University of Wisconsin, Kate. The first time I heard this term, slow to explode through. You think how good that Badgers run game has been at the college level. Well, they made runs like that look easy. Slow to explode through.
Play action here. Nice.
He goes back to it again. Complete. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains
Trying to
reset.
keep the defense honest here
But I love watching a well-done route.
with our passing attack.
I think you're trying to stack them only to drop your hips.
2-minute warning.
Inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. And the inside hand off the board. His charge towards the line.
Goal here is to drain the clock.
We got another pause. Timeout taken by the defense.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug of war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it. And we'll move to the next.
That's knocked away by a defender. Incomplete.
7.
At that time, Jaden Reed. And that makes it 3rd down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands on the football.
Oh, that should have been a completion there.
Hang on through the contact.
All right, 4th and 7.
Force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a
Focus
football
on
when they got
keeping
first down right in
the
their
ball
midst.
out of the
Force that
hands of
contact,
the
separating
Lions
man
here.
from ball.
He'll look to throw it.
And maybe get a touchdown.
And he'll take this one in for the Green Bay touchdown. The Packers have a commanding 14-point lead now in the fourth. It's a Romeo Doubs touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game.
All right, there we go.
The point try is good.
Game is in hand.
And the Packers
21 to
lead by
6.
15 now. On now is McManus to kick this away. Here's Carter on the return. He's brought down to what looks like the 24-yard line.
All right, this is Micah Parsons' time right here. Now, the real benefit and the real superpower of Micah Parsons is we could get pressure without rushing more than 4 now. So we're going to cover deep.
Off to the air now. Short pass brought in.
Actually, here, let's do, let's get back Micah Parsons back to rushing off the left edge here.
Going to be brought down at the 28-yard line. Lions really moving with a sense of urgency. Clock keeps running. Shotgun snap here to go. It's on the out route.
3rd and 1. Like at this point in the game,
Short of the 35.
we just want to focus on making them take as many plays as possible to get close to scoring position here. Sure, if you want to do a tight end screen, go ahead. Do a tight end screen. You can have your 6 yards. We're just going to keep rushing 4 because Micah Parsons can keep Jared Goff busy on his own. All right, to bring in some extra protection. Oh, look at the pass rush there. Pass rush almost got there. So close. And that's all that we need to do is to rush 4 and keep the pressure on Goff and force them into short completions. That's all we need to do at this point in the game. Oh, Kobe Wooden breaks 3 with a sack. Against that weak interior offensive line for the Lions. Oh, Jared Goff is hurt, maybe? No, he's not out of the game. He looked a little gimpy there. All right, 2nd and 17. Keep the pressure on. Nice. Defense held up. Why did the secondary held up there? Because the receiver was not open because the pass rush got there before the quarterback was ready to let go of the ball. This is all we need to do now. Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush with 4 players. Watt almost got the sack there. If we can do this and get a consistent pass rush with 4, with our linebacker crew and our safeties, we're going to win a lot. Okay, there we go. Short completion on 4th and 17, and the Packers have the ball. So, any other game, we would just sit on the ball here. But I'm greedy and I want to get some points. So, we'll see what we can do. I'm even calling timeouts. The Packers would never do this in this situation, of course. But you know what? I want to see if I can get some more points because I'm greedy. We want to rub it into the Lions' faces here. All right, let's run the ball now. It's the end of the game. Psych! We're not doing that. Jordan Love's like, I'm having a good game. Let's get some more points. And he throws an interception. That is karma, folks. But it doesn't matter because we're up by enough. But we can just go after Jared Goff here and it doesn't matter. Good tackling there. We Kenny with the run support. Love it.
Lions really moving with a sense
I
of
mean,
urgency.
technically that
Clock
was
keeps
pass
running.
support, but you know what I mean.
With 19 seconds left in this ball game, they spike it. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Throwing now.
Another sack.
And he can't escape the Packers drop it. Lions really moving with a
I
sense
think
of
that's
urgency. Clock
Gary's
keeps
3rd
running.
sack in this game.
Desperation time here on 4th. Throw caught by his running back. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. And they drag him down just in time. He's shy of
All
that
right.
marker. We got a
Pass.
turnover on downs.
You go for it on 4th down. It's got to be something from the short
Why not?
list of plays you expect to work every time. If that one's on the short list, I think it's got to be reevaluated. Something wasn't working on it, and it cost them a possession.
Going all the way to the end zone here. And this is into the end zone.
All
but
right,
incomplete.
tried.
It was a win no matter what. So they decided.
All right,
hey,
end of
let's run for another
regulation,
touchdown, and the
21-6.
announce, either way, this one's over. So a historic venue in football sees
Probably
yet
should have
another
scored like
win as the
35
Packers-
in that game. That was a lot of human error. Okay, Packers energy helmet. Okay. All right, let's do some upgrades here of our players. We're probably going to play over the weekend. I'm probably going to play multiple games here over the weekend because it's going to be a light news weekend and I want to get some content out for you guys. So if you enjoyed this and you want to see some more Madden gameplay, and more importantly, I try to put in the analysis in addition to just playing Madden because I'm far better at the analysis than playing Madden, let me tell you. All right, so let's, oh, we got some new messages here. Oh, that's fun. All right, so let's advance the week. All right, we gained over 100 yards rushing. I didn't think we did. Our defense did really good. Opponents' points per game, 6. Opponents' passing yards, 10th. Rushing yards, 1st in the league. If we got there without Kenny Clark, I would be amazed. But you know, it's fun to dream, right? So let's simulate our training here. The training really focuses on your rookies. For the most part, let's see. Let's just upgrade players automatically. All right, so there you go. Next game we play of Madden will be Washington at Green Bay, and we're going to continue to look at how Micah Parsons impacts the game. Oh wait, I wanted to check my injuries real quick. And I won't end the stream. Okay, Aaron Banks is still out with a dislocated ankle. Brandon Sorrell is out with a dislocated shoulder. Okay, so, alright, I can live with that. Okay, so let's look at Micah Parsons' stats. So he had 1 sack, 7 tackles, and 3 tackles for loss. One of those was the sack. So, but look at what it did for the whole team. Let's see, league Let's look at stats and awards here. Jordan Love was first in passing, second in touchdowns. Josh Jacobs only got 63 yards because he was hurt. Okay. All right, so let's end that there, and we'll be back for another edition of Pack Attack Cast Madden style, probably tomorrow or maybe later on today, depending on my schedule. But I just wanted to get you some content, get you some initial thoughts on the press conferences. Again, there was not that much there, but I wanted to give you some commentary on that and have some fun with Madden because it is a holiday weekend. So let's have some fun. Talk to you later.